Man, this feels good right here. Man, this feels good. Cannot complain. The weather feels so good right now. Man, before we get started though, want everybody out there to put some prayers up for my mom, start some chemo therapy. So, just go ahead and do something for mom. Reese right there. But this is Hot Facts with Robert Reese. I wanted to do this, and this live is going to be some information, and it's coming from a subscriber and someone that has recently just asked me a question, a solar miner. Now, the question that he asked me, okay, is going to be able to relate to a lot of people because it happens all over the place. We are also going to get into a little bit of safety, okay, just a little bit of safety for people out there doing a job. But as you see, why you should try Uber and Uber Eats, okay? We're going to get into that. In case you don't know, my name is Robert Reese. I am the official news channel of the gig economy. Now, my buddy over there in Arizona, Uber Jeep AZ, he has let you guys know he likes to say the network simply because of the fact that I do all gigs. It's not just food. It's anything that you do to make money. You can be a barber. You can have a taco cart, an ice cream truck. You can have vending machines. I have a video up there with someone that owns over 190 vending machines. Off the scene about S corp and LLCs and how you're paying yourself and all that. But you can be a personal trainer. You can be a lawyer. You can be anything that you have to get a contract signed for you to go ahead and get your business in. And I try to bring a lot of that into here, so it's not just people just watching things and getting information about food or doing like package deliveries. I have been, when it comes to people, I have been the sales directors people. I have worked in warehouses where my job was actually to make sure I was part of the SRA committee. That's the Service Accuracy Committee. We wear plain clothes and walk around, and we make sure the managers, the clerks, and the coordinators are doing their job right. We watch everything around, can drive any piece of machinery out there, from Crown to Raymond, whatever you got. Just put me in and it's there. So a lot of the information I get, I tie in a lot of the W-2 into what a lot of people do in a 1099. I have been a 1099 since 2008. Okay, official all the way 1099 since 2008. From personal training and doing things with air and running everything that I have to actually do. That's how it's been. I got me in here. What's he saying? Hot snacks awake so early. Now I wake up early. Sam did something that was pretty good the other day. If you wake up early, you go to bed early. So that's what it is right there. But solar miner people, this is what. While I was talking about the 1099, from working in gyms as a semi 1099, being the general manager for LA Fitnesses and things like for the pro training side, being a hands trainer for Brazilian top team MMA and Tustin, doing the boxing thing with WBC kickboxing champion at the time, Bryce. I went in to start doing business for myself, and I have been doing a 1099 ever since. So I've been my own boss ever since. Okay. So this is why Uber and Uber Eats, what Solar Miner has wanted me to, answer. He said any information would be helpful. So right now we are gonna give some helpful information. So Solar Miner asked this. He said, I tried to sign up for DoorDash, but in where I am, DoorDash is not available. Okay. He said DoorDash is not available. He said I signed up with Uber Eats, and they had a spot. They had a spot for me. Go get it. Go get it. And they had a spot for me is what he said. He said, is there any information you can give me that would help me? And this is what I would like to say. For those of you who are thinking of doing and signing up with Uber, when it comes down to all of the fighting for everything and making sure everything is right, Uber costs a little more. Okay, Uber costs a little more, so you're gonna get paid a little more. Okay, uh, Uber, they fight for everything, and it's not loose. Uber, you have to do things differently from how you do DoorDash. DoorDash seems to be a little loose. Uber seems to have a little bit more control over what's going on. The same with Grubhub. Okay. Now, if DoorDash is not available in your area and you got Uber Eats and it's available, sign on to that. If Grubhub is not available, sign on to if Grubhub is available, sign on to Grubhub. Figure it out. Now, if you have Roti, Curry, if you have any medical supply, if you have anything else like that, go ahead and look into those things too. Also, when you go into certain places, make sure you look at the windows and look and see if they say catering. If they say catering, make sure you try to look for Easy Cater. Make sure you try to look for delivered, and make sure you try to look for delivered that. But even though I'm going to talk about Uber Eats, I want you to keep your options open for everything else out there. So now, when you are dealing with Uber Eats, I would say this, solar miner. You cannot do the same thing on DoorDash as far as just decline everything. And DoorDash is trying to fix that now. Um, they're doing that all the time. So you want to make sure, first of all, have equipment. Okay. Make sure you check yourself at the door, good customer service. Okay. And just make sure you do your thing right. And I'm saying that because on the Uber side, with the ride share and okay, and the food delivery side, the customers have a rating also. They go from gold, it's like blue to like diamond, platinum, the exact same as if you are a driver. That's how they pair the drivers together. That's what Uber does, and that works on rideshare part, and that works on the food side. So make sure you check all that stuff at the door, because on this app, the customer is expecting you to conduct yourself in a better way than what they hear on DoorDash and any of the other apps that they say we don't care. It's for us. They don't want you to act like that over there. Okay. They don't want you to act like that. Normally, I'll tell you this, Uber Eats is going to be, if you're in like a rural area, it'll be a little slower, but your payouts will be higher. If you are in the city, like a metropolitan area, Uber Eats is doing the same thing. Now, I put up a video and letting you guys know that DoorDash and Uber, they have went way above in revenue for what they did, and they're gonna exceed that going forward right now because of what's going on. Now, I want you to understand, some people say this, solar miner, that Uber costs too much and there's too many fees, so people don't use it. Uber puts the fees in there and the people still use it, and they order multiple times a day. That's not going to stop. That is how the society of America is going. Everything is going to be doing a whole bunch of times. Don't cost a little more, you're not going to make any money. Okay. Don't think that at all. You will make. And I'll tell you this, Uber does not have you do. Here's one of the biggest from Uber and DoorDash. If you are a top dasher on DoorDash and you are a diamond driver on Uber, on especially Uber Eats, most of my trips are like 3 miles, 2.8. They don't send me driving all over the place. What I noticed that on DoorDash is that if you are a top dasher, they will just send you anywhere because they know the possibility of the income can be higher, but they'll still send you out there further to get all those miles on the vehicle. Now, if you're a top dasher on DoorDash, it'll limit those miles so you're not doing what everybody else is doing. But on Uber Eats, if you are a diamond driver, you are pretty much going to be in the same area. And especially if you go ahead and mark your restaurants that you prefer, you go ahead, do your customer service, your business with those restaurants. They put you down as a preferred driver. You are there and you're not leaving anywhere. You're going to be in a radius of about 5 miles consistently for most of your deliveries. You may have one or two that might take you out 7, 8 miles, but for the most part, that's not going to happen. Now, Uber does this. Solar Miner, Uber does this because they reward the driver on the tier structure. On the tier structure, they have you go from level to level to level. That's what they do on Uber Eats. When they pair you, this is what DoorDash is doing now. DoorDash is trying to pair you with the best customer. On Uber Eats, it's already there because they already implemented a system to where the customers are rated. So check this out. Every now and then, you will get a customer that you would think is like terrible, and then you'll go ahead and, hey, lovely, they'll go ahead and give it to a good driver, and so sometimes it's vice versa. So sometimes it takes a different driver to crack the code. Okay, it takes a different driver to crack the code. It's not always you. There's some houses that I go to on Uber Eats, and I have not cracked the code. They never come outside. It's always a leave it door. Even though I do the things right and they have a ring cam, um, I have never cracked the code. I will tell you this, Solar Miner, that when you are dealing with Uber and Uber Eats, more of the customers actually use the ring cams. They use the ring cams, okay? And they go ahead. People, I'm having a good. Sam knows where I am. Sam knows where I am. I'm having a good time, and they're playing with this looks like a Bichon. Looks like a Bichon or a Poodle Mix. And this is Lovely right here. Lovely don't like how Princess is not spending her time with her. And there you go. So, but I'll go ahead and let you know this. If you get on to Uber and you don't start off by declining your orders. Start off by taking your orders, okay? Start off by taking your orders. The faster you get to the higher echelon, the better it is going to be for you. The reason why I am saying that is you won't have anything to look back on. You don't have to try to say, well, I should have did this, and this is what it is. You are already going to be going in the direction, and you won't be getting everything that everybody else says. There's a lot of content creators, a lot of drivers that go out there and they talk about Uber Eats and they say, well, it's this and that. A lot of these content creators that are doing this and they are in the gig world, they multi-app so much that they only take 1 or 2 orders maybe in a week from certain apps. And then they tell you guys that don't do it. This is what I get. Well, that's what you get. If you only do 1 or 2 orders in an hour, in a week, then how much sauce do you have to add on to the plate? How much sauce do you have? You don't have any sauce to add on to the plate. And I got to do a side note here. Kim's Side Money Plans. I was on the comment section with Uber Jeep AZ, and I brought it up on my channel also. And I said, what if they took away the base pay and it was straight commission? I know you watch him, and you put a title up on the video, and this is what I said are the DoorDash content creator running out of content. You put up a title that said, how would a 25% tip You said, how would a 25% tip look? Okay, get your own ideas, get your own content to help the people out. That's what you are supposed to do. And that goes back into the what I'm talking about the Uber Eats and these content creators. They don't do enough orders for them to even talk about it. I came in here, asked Uber Eats. I'm the only person that has driven for DoorDash, then stopped, then drove for them again, and then filling you guys in with everything else. I have to do that if I'm going to be the news channel for the gig economy. Okay. You want to make sure you take your orders so that you get up from this level to this level to this level right here. On Uber Eats, if you are a diamond driver, okay, if you are a diamond driver, majority of your orders are going to be very, very nice. I'm talking about $9 1 mile. I'm talking about $12 for 2.2 miles. I'm talking about all of that. I'm talking about where people say these are bangers, you get bangers like that. I'm talking about that when they pair you with the diamond drivers, that's exactly what you're going to get. You're going to get a diamond driver. You're going to get a diamond customer. You're going to get someone that takes care of you. If you are on the rideshare side, you're going to get someone that's not going to throw up in your vehicle. You're going to get someone that will respect your vehicle. You're going to get someone that will communicate with you. You're going to get someone that does all of that. Now, what they also do on Uber as far as rideshare with the pairing with the people, you're going to get the people that do the Excels and all that stuff. You're pretty much going to get like Benson. You're going to get Alfred from Batman. That's that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get Alfred from Batman, and those people always make a little bit more. Now, when you're doing the thing on the Uber Eats solar miner, remember this: customer service on the Uber side is one of the major things that they want you to do. Don't do what people do on DoorDash. Well, first of all, on Uber, there is no taking a picture of the store being closed. You have to call customer support. There is no way around that. You have to call customer support. Once you do this Uber thing, and then when DoorDash opens up in your area for you to drive, you're going to be one of the best DoorDash drivers that they have out there. And when you're doing it, you're gonna make some pretty good stuff. I also got to say this. Let me segue into this right now. Um, Yesterday, my deputy, you guys all see him there. TFT was on, and then Torp was on, and then some people are saying, why did Reese let Torp talk to TFT like that? First of all, TFT is a grown man. I'm a grown man. I don't speak for him because he can speak for himself. And if you guys heard, he was saying exactly what he was saying. Okay, TFT can do that. Torp did that. When it got to the point to where I said, all right, this is not the right way, I tried to interject the first time. The second time, I had to hit the mute button, and I hit the mute button, and I explained why I hit the mute button. TFT was not allowed to get what he was trying to ask out because it went to left field. So once the moderator, this is what a moderator does, Flex. Once a moderator gets involved, he moderates and controls his channel to get it back going the right way. And once that happened, that's what happened. I also want to say this, Sam Lee, I have a video coming out. I saw you represent yourself mighty fine last night on the lounge. They ganged up on you. William Anderson said he'll flip the switch on you and kick you out because they were asking you, why did you talk something on another channel? You don't belong to anyone. You didn't sign a contract. But more importantly, you were on the official news channel of the gig world. And you can absolutely speak your mind on things that you want to speak your mind on. And I just felt like they were trying to do some weird things to you. But I got a video showing your courage, your determination, and they did not break you. And you also said you guys are watching every single second when Roy tried to tie you up and say, well, why did you say Flex is afraid of Reese? And you said exactly why. So you don't have to explain yourself. It's already on video, and I'm going to show it again so that everybody can hear. You said it the first time. They did not have to ask you a second time. And Sam, you got your wrench. Cruising Dasher, you got your wrench. Don't mess it up. I remember when Roy told me to take yours away. He said, "Take his away. He's doing bad things on your channel." So I took your wrench away and I gave it right back. Okay, Uber Jeep AZ, you have your wrench. A lot of you guys, solar miner, pay attention to Uber Jeep AZ. My man will teach you why you should sign up for rideshare and how to implement the food delivery if it's going all the way whack. Make sure you tune in to Uber Jeep AZ. He will teach you the way. Okay? He will teach you the way. Also, when you're dealing with Uber Eats, solar miner, always make sure you are acting like you are delivering to someone in your own family. That goes a long, long way. If you do that, you'll be mighty fine. Now, I want to get into some safety. This live is going to be relatively short. I want to get into some safety. Um, and I want people, this safety is going to be about where to drive, knowing what routes to take. We all know that you see detours and the most detours, and you see construction most times when you are a delivery driver and you do anything with deliveries. If you know that there's going to be detours there, and you know that there are construction sites there, you know that there's going to be a bunch of nails, screws, and things left on the road from all the steel. If you go down those routes where the construction is and it's traffic, you're going to pretty much put your car at risk for having punctured tires, things blow out, and other stuff like that. Also, you have to know how to get around those areas. You gotta know how to get around those areas so it does not affect you, so you can be more efficient. Also, when you pull up to any residence, I don't care what smart car you have. You see how I said smart car? It's like a smart home now. I don't care what smart car you have. You still got to lock your doors. You still got to do everything that you got to do because someone will take your car. Okay. Don't be naive. Don't do things like that. Don't leave your keys in the car. All someone has to do is just hit that button and then they're in there. Okay. Safety first. Protect yourself. Okay. If you are on DoorDash, there's a dog fight. There's a dog fight. Two males. I got the girls in here and it's a dog fight. Woo wee, that was something. That was something right now. That was something. That was a real dog fight. Woo wee. That took me off. That was a corgi and that dog that's trying to hunt my dog. That was both they just start fighting instantly. That's crazy. But see that fighting instantly, that can happen. Okay. You can go to a place, someone can look at you wrong or do something. When you are doing deliveries, check yourself. Don't go in there with no attitude. I'm the biggest, strongest, toughest guy out here. I can defend myself and do all of this stuff. You don't do that at all because you can become injured. It is very, very dangerous. It is safety first. Okay, it is safety first for every single person out there. For every single person out there. Go play, princess. So make sure you do that. And also this, don't just show up to someone's door and first of all, you're not visible. Even though they have ring cams out there and things like that, some people might think that you are a robber. Make sure that you hit "I've arrived," send them a text message before you arrive at someone's home so that they know that it is you. I have seen cases where people have come out the doors and they've threatened the driver. The driver got mad and did something back, and then the driver went to jail. So just make sure you guys are doing all of that. Keep yourself safe. Okay. I wanted this to be a good informational. live for a solar miner, and hopefully he does great. He has a great time, and he makes his on Uber and Uber Eats. But as for now, people, I'm out. Check you guys later.